Welcome children. Today we will do another topic in grammar and the topic is phrases and clauses. Now let us see what is the definition of a phrase. A phrase is a group of words that does not contain subject or a verb. It does not express a complete thought. For example, this is my favorite story book. So, this does not have subject or verb and do not express a complete thought. So, the highlighted words, that is the favorite story book, there we find it doesn't have a subject nor a verb. So, they do not express a complete thought. So, which they are known as phrases. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that both a subject and a matching finite verb. So clause is a group of words that has both a subject and a matching finite verb. For example, I fell asleep reading it. This has subject, that is I, and finite verb fell, and express a complete thought. So, I fell asleep. When we talk about these groups of words, I here is the subject, fell is the finite verb. Why it is a finite verb? Because it changes with the change of the subject and the tense. So, that changes. So, it has a finite verb and a subject. So, we call it as a clause. Let us see the types of phrases. The very first one we can say is a noun phrase. So when a phrase functions as a noun in a sentence, it is known as noun phrase. For example, the old man is lonely. The I kicked the new football. The children were frightened by the lion's roar. Now, when I say the old man, so the noun phrase the old man functions as the subject. So it is acting as a subject, the old man, which consists of a noun. So we call it a noun phrase. I kicked the new football. So here the noun phrase the new football functions as the object of the verb because it is coming after the verb kicked. Okay, so it is acting, the group of words, the new football is acting as an object for the verb kicked. So we call it a noun phrase. So first we can see it is acting as a subject. Second place it is acting as an object. The children were frightened by the lion's roar. Here the noun phrase is the lion's roar, which functions as the object of the preposition by. So after by, it acts as the object for the preposition by. So again, it's a noun phrase. Let us see what is an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is a group of words that modifies a noun or a pronoun. These coffee beans are produced in India. She is a well-known lawyer. When I say these coffee beans are produced in India, so the phrase produced in India tells us about the noun coffee bean, which is a noun. So it is qualifying the coffee beans. That is, it is being said about the coffee beans that are being produced in India. So produced in India is talking about the noun coffee bean. So it is acting here as an adjective. So it's an adjective phrase. When I say she is a well-known lawyer, the phrase well-known lawyer tells us about the pronoun she. So it is telling more about the pronoun she, or it is qualifying the pronoun she. So it's an adjective phrase. Next comes the adverb phrase. What are adverb phrase? These are the group of words that contain a main adverb and other words that modify it. Together they function as adverbs in a sentence. For example, Sumit spoke politely. Sumit spoke quite politely. Now in the first sentence, when I say Sumit spoke politely. This sentence has adverb politely. But in the second sentence, when I say Sumit spoke quite politely, the word quite politely, the word quite only, it modifies the adverb politely. Okay. So that's an adverb phrase. Now, we have already discussed about clauses earlier, that they have a subject and a finite verb. Okay. So here the clauses has a subject and finite verb. Now let us see the types of clauses. We have first the independent clauses, or we call it the main clause, which is complete in itself. Okay. So the group of words which are giving you a complete meaning and they are complete in itself, we call it independent or main clause. Like for example, I will complete my project after I reach home. So here you see, when I say the highlighted words, I will complete my project, you will see here we have the subject I, we have the verb, we have the object. So it is making a complete sense. So that's why it's an independent, because it doesn't, even if I don't say after I reach home, if I remove that particular group of words, it is giving us a complete meaning that I will complete my project. It's a complete meaning. So that is the independent, or we call it a main clause. Now second type of clause is dependent, or we call it subordinate clause. That means it's need a main clause to complete its meaning. Like if I say I will complete my project after I reach home. Now if I say only I reach home, it is not giving us a complete meaning, means more information is required. So the group of words which needs a main clause. So where is the main clause here? I will complete my project. So that is a complete, means that is a main clause. So we are requiring that also in order to make this dependent clause, that is I reach home, complete one. So this is what about clauses. So sometimes the main clauses, it can be independent sentences also. Like earlier we had done, I will complete my project after I reach home. So there you see we have the dependent clause, that is after I reach home. Okay, but here in this sentence, I love cooking, you have a subject, you have a finite verb, you have an object. So sometimes it is only having an independent sentences. Okay. So children, you go through the chapter thoroughly, go through the examples. So today we learnt about phrases and clauses. What are phrases? Which does not give us a complete meaning and it does not consist of a verb and a subject, but whereas a clause, it consists of a subject and a finite verb. And clauses may be dependent and independent. Independent when it is giving a complete meaning itself, and dependent when it is dependent on the main clause. Then in phrases we learned we have three types, that is noun, adjective and adverb. So your homework is to revise the chapter along with the examples, and we have the exercises ABC in Let Us Crack It. So you try of your own. So till then, thank you.